Hello all, welcome again. This is another session on to the interview questions in C. So please kindly subscribe to our channel if you did not subscribe by clicking subscribe button. Let's right away get on to the questionnaire. Consider the following program. So standard arg.h. So I have int C, integer C, D, E, F and integer array of size 12, pointer P equals to A. So all are associated with a function C, D, E, F are associated with a function v underscore arg P int, and I'm printing all the C, D, E, F. Okay, what could be the output of this program? So if you see carefully observe, P is a pointer to integer object. Each call of va arg returns one argument and steps P to next. Right? Hence, va underscore arg uses a type name to determine what type to return and how big a step to take. So here are the options. Please kindly take a piece of paper or note down the program while watching this so that you will not have confusion and you can easily follow. So P is an pointer to integer object. Each call of v underscore arg returns one argument and steps P to next. Hence, it will start from 1. Next, for D, it will start to do 2, E, 3, F, 4. Hence, the answer should be B. Here is the explanation. Let's move on to the next program. If the following program finds the prime numbers from 2 to 100, so look at the program carefully. For I have integers I, j prime, I equal to 2, I less than 100, I plus plus, then prime equals to 1. Within that, I have one more iteration or for loop for j equals to 2, j less than I divided by 2, j plus plus SL. If prime, printf percentage d prime comma I, value of I. So SL should be what then? It's simple, like if I percentage j remainder is 0, then I is divided by j, hence cannot be prime number. So prime should print 0. So if it is not 0, that means if not I percentage j, prime equals to 0. Should be the answer. So answer is B. Let's move on to the another question. So here in this question I have a Typedef with integer function pointer named test and takes float pointers. So test temp, type of temp is what? A pointer to a function having two arguments, that is pointer to float. B, integer. C, pointer to function having two arguments, that is pointer to float and return int. Or D, none of the above. So C provides a facility called Typedef for creating new data type names. For example, declaration Typedef char string. That means here afterwards makes the name string a synonymous for int, or the type string can be used in declaration cast, etc. Exactly the same way the type int can be. We should notice that the type being declared in a Typedef appears in the position of a variable name, not after the word type. Hence, we can type of TMP is what? Here, pointer to a function, okay, pointer to a function having two arguments, that is float pointer, that is pointer to a float, and returns integer. I repeat, pointer to function having two arguments, that is pointer to float and return integer. If you have any doubts, we already discussed in our playlist called pointers, where how to read a statement, a complex pointer with a table. Please go through it by subscribing, or without subscribing also. You just go to the channel and click playlist pointers, where we discussed in detail how to read complex pointers and how to understand what type it is. So here even we discussed about Typedef in our embedded C FAQs session. Go through that. If you did not go through what, then you will understand much better, because we discussed there in detail. Let's move on to the next questionnaire. Consider the following program. I have int I, character pointer p equals to a string to character table, which is having this is a multi-dimensional character table. 2 and 10 as sizes, and 1 is empty onto the left, and we have elements string 1, string one, and string numeric 2, string two, and we have string comma operator, comma, and I equal to 0. Here we have while string compare table I 0, comma, double quotes, while of string compare table I 0, comma, double quotes. If not string compare p table I 0. So we are comparing in the next statement p and table I 0. If this is not it, then printf %s table I 1 break I plus plus. After breaking out of this loop, you are entering within the while loop called, and next statement is I plus plus. If not string compare table I 0, printf in table /n. So the program is a lookup table, a lookup program in table. 2 is in the table, hence it will print 2. So the output of the following program can be 2. If you are confused, we'll check once again the program from the beginning. Anyways, you make a note of the program while reading. So we have string compare of table I 0, comma, quote, right? If not string compare, okay, printf percentages table I 1 break and increment I mean post increment I plus plus. If not string compare, it has to print in table. So since it is not in table, it will print TWO2. So hence the answer is A. Let's move on to the next question. Consider the following program, which is having a character pointer p and a character buffer of size 10 with elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 8, p of buff plus 1, 5, printf %d p. What is the output of this program? Is it 5, 6, 9, or none of the above? See, since if the type of an expression is array of t for some type t, then the value of the expression is a pointer to first object in the array, and the type of the expression is altered to pointer to t, isn't it? So I repeat, if the type of an expression is array of t for some type t, here we have character type, right? Then the value of the expression is a pointer to the first object in the array. Okay. And the type of the expression is altered to pointer to t. That means it will be altered as buff plus 1 of 5 will be altered to pointer buff plus 6, or buff of 6, array buff 6 of size 6, right? What is the sixth element then? Sixth element here is 9, hence the answer should be 9, C. Moving on to the next question, consider the following program. So I have union t underscore type. Within the union I have a member called int in, and the value of u equals to 65. We are trying to print long integer ld, percentage ld u dot lon. The output for this program is what? To determine this, we need to write the value 65 in binary, since it is union. So total long union, that means I will have 4 bytes associated. Long, we are trying to print long, right? Out of that, what it should print? So we can answer this as it is long. Whether it is long, we are not modifying anything. It has to print the same 65, correct? So answer should be C. See, this is how it is associated. So we are printing long int u long percentage ld. So it will once again print 65. This is a tricky question, trying to confuse you. Okay. So since it is long, we should write 8 bits in 4 bytes, right? So let's consider another program or a question. So here is the program, and I have character pointer table array which is having members. First member is a string Jan and Feb, second is Feb, and third is March. I have character double pointer ptr equal to ampersand table of 1. Here we are specifying table of 1. So printf percentage c pointer pre-increment operator, pointer pre-decrement operator, and the variable name is ptr. What would be the output of this program? It's simple. Like, what does it want to print? Pointer increment function. Put a braces. You will see it will decrement, ptr will be decremented, pre-decremented. So when it is incremented, it starts pointing to the first element. We are ptr is associated with table of 1, right? When it is incremented and one more pointer symbol is there and decremented, it should be pointing to the second string, second in the string Jan A. Hence the answer should be B. See, it may vary from compiler to compiler, but I'm giving you a generic answer. Try it out, write down the program and try it out with your respective compiler, and then you conclude your generic answer. Let's move on to the next question. uh, Unsigned int I equal to 2, I equals to, we have braces, I left shift 6 times minus 1 cap with 127, and we are trying to print percentage u I output to the output of this program. I left shift n times is equal to, since it is 2, 2 is equal to 2 power n times. Here it is 6, hence it will become 2 power 6. Right? When you are doing this expression, there is a semicolon is missing there. So while you are typing in your compiler, put a semicolon after that expression. Okay. So it would become 126, 128. 2 power 6 is 128. We have minus 1. That means it will become 127. Cap, that is XOR operator, 127. Anything XORed with 1 XOR with 1 is 0. Similarly, 127 XOR with 127 will become 0. Hence, the answer should be C, 0. Let's move on to the next question. Which one is the correct declaration of the argument in the following function? I have fun, fun1, fun2, fun3. So which one of this are correct declaration? Is it A, B, all the A, B, C, D are correct, or only A, B is correct, only C, D is correct, or D, none of the above? So we have, this is a multi-dimensional array which is passed into the fun1, fun2, fun3, three functions which we are noticing here. But only the first dimension may be missing. That is the rule which we discussed in our pointer session. Correct. So it will consider only A with no size, A dimension A 6, and in the fun1 we have integer B with both dimensions declared. But whereas in the func2, so dimension on first second dimension is missing, and fun3 both the dimensions are missing, which are not allowed. Hence only A, B is a correct declaration. C and D is not correct declaration. Hence the answer should be B, only A, B. Size of first dimension is not required. Okay, let's move on to the another question. Which one of the following is true? An Lvalue is the value appearing on the right side of an assignment operator. B. An Lvalue is an expression referring to an object. An Lvalue is the result of arithmetic operation such as A plus B is an Lvalue. None of the above. See, we discussed in our embedded C FAQs session about exclusively about Lvalue and all R value. So there we know that Lvalue is an object locator, an expression that designates an object, right? An example of an Lvalue is, we have a pointer symbol and a variable named ptr, where ptr is any expression evaluating to a non-null pointer. Historically, the L stood for left, meaning that an Lvalue could legally stand on the left of an assignment statement. Now, only modifiable Lvalue can legally stand on the left of an assignment statement. That means an Lvalue is an expression referring to an object only. Okay. So hence the answer should be B. excuse me. Consider next question. Write down this program, float 8 with dimensions 10, 10, and float, we have a float type pointer p, pointer q, unsigned int nu. P is associated with the address of a 58 and q is associated ampersand a 10 9. If p minus q greater than 0, nu equal to p minus q, else nu is equal to, it should be printed as an q minus p. Sorry about this, and the it should be q minus p. So what is the output of this? So here what we are doing is, if p minus q is greater than 0, so pointers to successive objects differ by 1. The value is not defined if the pointers not point to objects within the same array. Hence, the difference here it would print is 51. So answer is A, 51. We have 51 elements in between, right? Let's consider the next question. The program is having unsigned char c and c equals to 65. We are calling a method or a function bin passing the c. So bin is taking unsigned I, unsigned n equals to 2 for n equals to n left shift 6 times n greater than 0, n equal to n by 2 in the for loop. If I and n is true, printf 1, else printf string 0. What would be the output of the following program? See, let's represent 65. We are passing 65, right? Represent 65 in binary. When n is left shift 6 times, it would become 128. Let's see. Here is the explanation. So when you AND it, it will become 0. So if condition becomes false and prints 1. Okay, initially it will become 0 and then it will print 1 and rest will become 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Like that you will have 5 zeros will be printed, right? Later on the condition I and n will become 1. Hence it has to print 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and then it I ampersand and becomes true, so it will print 1. So answer is A, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, and finally it will print 1 as well, right? Let's move on to the next question. Consider the following program with a float with size 10, 10, and we have float pointers, pointer p, pointer q, float pointers e, f. So p is associated ampersand and a 58, q ampersand and a 10, 9, and e is equal to p minus q plus a. This is expression 1. F is equal to a plus p minus q, right? So we have two expressions here. Which one is the right expression? Only expression 1 is right, only expression 2 is right, or both are right, or both of them is not right. See, additive operator plus and minus group left to right association. Consider the first expression p minus q. We can associate it p minus q plus a, left to right grouping. Subtraction of pointers to same object are allowed. Correct. A is a different object, right? A is a float array, whereas p minus q, p and q are different. Hence, first expression is valid. A pointer to an object in array and a value of any integral type may be added. So here, once again, when you see left to right association, you have to add a plus p, which is not allowed, right? Addition of pointers is not allowed. Hence expression 2 is wrong. So answer should be A. Only the expression 1 is right. Let's move on to the next question. Consider the following program. I have hash line try.c, hash line 5 try.c, and printf underscore file underscore line. What would be the output of this program? Try c comma 6, try c comma 5, try c comma 1. I mean try.c, I should say try.c, try.c comma 1. None of the above. So hash line try.c, this causes compiler to consider that line number of the next source line is given by the 5. So underscore line underscore contains the current source line number, that is 6. Consider a small program. So this should print try.c comma 6. So hence answer is A. Consider a program hash line 5 try.c and int I in line 6 and int j in line 7 and printf percentages percentage d file and underscore file underscore and this line. So current input file name is try.c. It will print try.c. Underscore file contains the name of the file being compiled. Current input line is named as try.c. Got it? Let's move on to the next question. Consider the following program. Main int a comma b, a equal to 3, b equal to 5, a xr a cap equal to b, that is xr, b cap equal to a cap equal to b. What does the following program do? A, subtract b from a, b, swap a and b, c, complement a and b, d, subtract a from b. We already discussed this program in our embedded C FAQs. It's simple. It is we can easily answer like a cap b equal to b cap a equal to a cap b, a cap equal to b will result in a swap of a and b. How is that? Here is the explanation. Just go through the values, how it changes. A equal to 3, b equal to 5, right? After that, running that program, b will obviously will become 3 and a will become 5. How? This is the explanation. A is equal to a cap b. When you cap it, it will become this value 0 0 0 1 1 0, which is 5. And after that, b is not altered. A has been altered when you XR with the current b, it results in 1, right? And finally what we are doing is we are capping a with the current b, which has, that will become 101. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Kellogg m comma n is equivalent to what? We already discussed in our dynamic memory allocation. So if you have to consider Kellogg in terms of malloc, void malloc size underscore tn return a pointer to n bytes of uninitialized storage or null if the request can't be satisfied. Void Kellogg size underscore tn comma size underscore tm return a pointer to nf space for an array of n object. Correct. The specified size or null if request cannot be satisfied. The storage is initialized to 0. Hence, the memory set memset p comma 0 comma m star n will be valid. Hence, answer should be B. P equal to malloc m star n and memset n memset p comma 0 comma m star n. Since void Kellogg of n comma m return a pointer to nf space for an array of n object of the specified size or null if the request can't be satisfied. The storage is initialized to 0, not to any another value. So memset will become p comma 0 comma m star n. Next question. Which one of the following is true? A string has a type array of characters. A string has storage class static. C. Adjacent string literals are concatenated into a single string. And D. Concatenation of ordinary and wide string lateral is a single string. Concatenation of, we already discussed this in our strings FAQs in embedded C. Concatenation of ordinary and a wide string literal is undefined. Correct. So answer should be D. A string has type of array characters and storage class static. Store in data or code memory area depend on implementation. Correct. Adjacent string literal is concatenated into single example. Suppose I have a string ABC and DEF is concatenated to ABCDEF. But here we are talking about wide string literal, which is undefined. So rest all stands true. A string has type array of characters is true. A string has storage class static is also true, and adjacent string literals are concatenated in a single string is true, but concatenation of ordinary and wide string literal is a single string is false. Let's move on to the another question. Consider the following statements. Statement 1, S1, the scope of the name defined with hash define is file. S2, the scope of the name defined with hash typedef is file. Which one of the following is true? S1 and S2? S1 is correct, S2 is incorrect, S1 is correct, incorrect, and S2 is, and that means vice versa, or both are incorrect. See, we know hash define is a scope of the name defined with hash define is file. Correct. Whereas typedef will have type of it or type or char will have which type it is. It's not a file at all. Hence answer should be S1 is correct and S2 is incorrect. Let's just follow this example here. I have hash define in a function f hash define I equal to 75. Okay, printf percentage d I, there would be no error because it will, since typedef int I, this is local scope, but when I try to printf percentage di, it would be error because it is a local scope, it is not a global scope. Let's move on to the next question. Consider the following program with the printf string a b c d e plus size of abc. What would be the output of this program? A d, b error, c e, d a b c d e. See, we have abc string, right? ABC string will have 4 1 bytes, that is a b c slash 0, 4 1 bytes. So size of abc yields 4. So abcde string is a character, right? Array of characters plus 4. Expression will become something like array of characters of dimension 4. The fourth element here is, 0th element is A, first element is B, and third element is, second element is C, and third element is D, and fourth element is E. Hence, it has to print E. So, answer is C. So, here is the explanation. Just go through it. If you are confused, I'll wait. Then we'll move on to the next program or a question. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Consider the following program. I have unsigned int I equal to 0x53 and j 0x12 and unsigned int sub. I have an assembly code, move EAX, move I into EAX register, sub EAX comma j, that means subtract j from EAX, move sub comma EAX, store EAX in the variable sub or register sub. Okay, printf percentage x sub. So what is the output of this program? Will it print 64, 41, 32 or 66? See, we are trying to print percentage x, that is hexadecimal, right? Hexadecimal, that means now note that assembly statement allows you to place assembly language statements in the middle of your C source code with the ASM opcode operands and a new line. Okay, any C symbol are replaced by the appropriate assembly language equivalent. Here we are trying to 53 minus 12 will become 41, right? Hexadecimal. So it should print B. Now if you are trying to, if the question is twisted as in the decimals, then you have to give answer 65. We are done with this new set. Hope this is useful. I may not be absolutely correct. You have to note down the programs and try it on yourselves to ensure whether the answers were correct or not in your environment or in your respective compiler or IDE or a cross compiler. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to our channel by clicking subscribe to support us more, and please kindly share so that it reaches your kith and kin. Thank you.